And we have a
And
3-2-1 pills.
3-2-1 pills indeed, and off we go. Swung on the left, Watchmuh on the right. The 4 versus the 10. The level block is 14, 15, 16, and 17. A good player can get through here in less than 11 minutes. And Flatline on the top for Swang managed to open it up very quickly. Meanwhile, Watchmuh just stacking things up, preparing, dropping down a combo. These players playing neck and neck here early on. Looking at these boards, though, Packy, I see a lot of blue heavy on the sides for Watchmuh, and I really see that this is going to be a low drop sort of board on Swang's side.
Yeah, looking at Watchma's board right now, I'm seeing a lot of double opportunities, but in order to take advantage of those opportunities, he needs to get some blue pills, and they're not coming for him right now, and they're just now beginning to come. Swung, on the other hand, has a bit of a situation on columns 7 and 8. Gonna be holding out for that double red, or perhaps even oh, there's the double red he needs for the cross and the big drop combo.
Absolutely wiping out that top corner of the board, putting him at 26 viruses to go. He's using that speed pedigree that helped him so well in the Versus Championship. He's trying to maybe secure both bags here, the Versus and the Speed Championship, down to 19 viruses. Watchmuh is playing essentially a split board as the highest stacks, both in columns 1 and 8. But everything low elevation in the middle of the board looks like it's going to be a split board now as column 1 isolated from the rest of the board. It is 20-13 here as we have crossed the 90-second mark.
Right now, Watchman's board looks kind of problematic because it's very yellow dependent right now, and he's not getting a whole lot of yellow to work with at the moment. That
And
will help,
that
though.
it absolutely will here. Swung down to 6 viruses to go. Really needing some blue and red help, and now maybe even a little yellow as I think he's lining up a horizontal clear just to open everything up. No, he's going to drop that double blue, get the horizontal. He is now down to 1. He's needing that red out at a 214. Swung has the lead here as 14 is done for the 4 seed.
Very good time for level 14. Just a little over 2 minutes. That's really good. Right now, Washima just needs a whole bunch of blue, and he's getting a lot of red and yellow, unfortunately.
But I do see help on the way here. It is free and clear. That double blue likely going to be held down vertically. And then it's basically pick your poison here as Watchman now getting that last red out. He'll be out at a 248, 249, right around that neck of the woods, more
Fat
than 30 seconds
log,
behind the
Swang.
leader. We love our
Yeah,
fat
Swang.
logs.
Yep. Loving the fat logs. Nice to help level his playing field a little bit. Nice little swim move right there to get the double yellow where it needed to go.
And Watchman, nice stack, getting 3 big sections off of the board.
Right now, it looks like Swang is just trying to play it straight and simple, and why not? And right now, he needs a whole lot of blue, but he is going to start getting some right here. He's not getting handcuffed by RNG, thankfully.
Yeah, and as we're seeing here, it's a big help required here for blue for Watchma. Although he does have a lot of blue exposed, he did not for some time. He is down to 31. Again, playing sort of a split board as he is starting to clear off that lower left corner. Nice drop, and that clears off 5 viruses there for Watchma, down to 21, narrowing the gap here as it is an 11 virus advantage for Swang, our 4 seed.
Yeah, it looks like Swang has everything set up to clear everything out horizontally on the bottom of his board, and here comes the horizontal drop combo to leave him with just one more blue virus to take care of.
And horizontal clears, again, we say this so often, are really, really important in game strategies as swung out at a 423. Sometimes a couple of horizontals can really just clear off a lot of space. And just keeping that balance in endgame is just so important.
A lot of red and yellow early on in Swang's level 16. See what he does with it if he keeps getting all these blue pill fragments. That was a good move.
combo.
So just so he could expose that blue virus and call him 7, just to help him get some of his color diversity back.
And watch him making some smart plays here to make him get himself available for certain colors. And this double blue will just need to make it so one yellow is required. There it is, out at a 511. It is still a big margin for Swang here. Almost, or it actually is more than a 25 virus lead here for Swang here as we hit 5.5 minutes, Packy.
Yeah, early on he's going to be able to perhaps close that gap a little bit just because of the nature of how these things work. Because it usually takes a bit longer to clear out viruses in your end game than it does at the beginning of a level. As long as you maintain a good diverse top line, you're going to be fine in the early going.
Absolutely. Speaking of top lines, it's a very red heavy top line for Watchmuh. Does get a nice drop cross, getting a blue off the board. He's down to 54, but he's having trouble really starting to get the motor running on this level. He's been kind of sitting in that 50 to 60 range for a while. Now he's starting to surge. But just a lot of garbage along that top line, Packy. Has just been the RNG has been very, very unfavorable.
Yeah, he's got a couple of garbage spires in the middle of his board. I like where he placed that double yellow just to kind of flatten out that field a little bit to make it much easier to not just clear everything out, but do it with a minimal amount of drop time.
8 viruses to go here for Swang in this championship match of our November speed bracket. Seedings are on the line here. These players playing essentially for that 4 seed in our championship bracket, which will be held in just a few weeks here in December. A big fat log for Swang, and a double red would have been optimal. Didn't see it, or just already had a game plan in mind. But at 6:59, Swang enters 17.
Yeah, Swang is doing great thus far. Level 17 though starts very high up. You got to make sure you don't make any critical misdrops at the beginning of these levels, or it's either going to be really difficult or possibly impossible because you just might top out if you don't make the right move.
Right. And 17 is where the viruses stack the highest. So really, this is sort of your litmus test for your 0 to 20 runs and whatnot. If you're able to play with a higher elevation board, and we've seen before that a couple of simple mistakes here can really cost you your run, or just force you to top out. And we've seen that just negatively affect people. A huge clear on the side of Swang here. He is down to 48 and really starting to attack this board. It's a speed player's delight with all these doubles on it. And Swang now setting up. He's going to get this drop horizontal, dropping into a quad clear, clearing out that 2x2 block of red viruses here. 39 to go for Swang, 6 to go on 16 for Watchmuh as he is struggling.
Yeah, Watchma looks like he did a great job of clearing out his board in the bottom left corner, and he's just about out of this level. But Swang has really been putting on a clinic in how he's quickly set up his horizontals and just getting the right RNG as well to clear out those horizontals and trigger those big combos.
And we see looks to be in the 820 range. Watchmo was out of level number 16, and he's having a bit of a struggle session here on 17 to start. But nice garbage management there, managing to clear things out. But with hardly any red on that top line, it's a bit of a struggle now for Watchmo. 63 viruses to go. But I like this drill down, starting to open that left side up down to 60 viruses. But Packy Swang under 20 to go here as we're just over 9 minutes in.
Nice T clear from Watchma on the right-hand side of his board. It might be too little too late, but it's still pretty nice to see. This double red,
And
let's
in,
see. Yeah, okay. I was curious as to what he might do with that double red, because if he gets another double red, he's got a huge clear waiting for him.
he absolutely does. There was an insane clear by Swang that we saw, essentially putting him from 15 into single digits, and he is going to take it with a 933. What a time!
Awesome time by Swang. That's awfully tough to beat. Let's see where that ranks.
That 933 would put him 7th all time. And that is his first sub 10 in this final
Outstanding.
level block. So congratulations to Swang. Sub 10 is excellent.
Watchmuh may be deciding to go ahead and finish this one out. I like that double red being placed right there. This is all going to drop just where it needs to go. Nice little drop triple clear right there.
11 to go here, and a nice clear by Watchmuh. Now just needing some red help, or excuse me, some yellow help.
Maybe also looking for some blue yellows to help him not set up the horizontals on the bottom of his board as well as attack the yellow virus in column 3. Makes the nice little adjustment after he sees the double blue coming. Looks like about an 1109.
That will be the official time, an 11:09 for Watchmuh. But it is game 1 to Swang as we get ready for our second game. All right, we are going to get going here in just a few moments. And it looks like we have been given the countdown. 3, 2, 1 pills, and off we go here in the second game.
Very diverse top line for Swang at the outset, while I see a whole lot of blue on Watchma's board. Oh, but nice little horizontal clear to get everything set up underneath it.
And Swang just chipping away here. He's going to get a triple clear. He's down to 42. And Swang really does not like to use drop time at all. Like you'll barely see more than 3 rows of drops from Watchmuh. And look at this clear. He is going to try to set up. Might be a bit risky for the bisky.
A lot of yellow on the left-hand side of Watchma's board right now to be concerned about. This double yellow is definitely going to help. He got a double blue run earlier, which is kind of rare in Dr. Mario. But it was a really good time to get that surge, which helped him get through that layer of his board.
And Watchman now down to 29 viruses here. And Watchman also playing that minimal drop time sort of board here. He is going to drop things down 3 rows, but that's just to set up a combo. He didn't really have a play for red yellow. And sometimes you just have to get creative and just see what you're able to do with what you're given. And I like this again by Watchman being efficient, making sure all those double red pill halves were going somewhere. It is currently 22 to 3 here as Swang keeping this sort of out of reach. I think he's eyeballing that double on that left side and going vertical on the right. And that does seem to be the play here as he's going to get a double
Oh,
red.
very
That's
nice.
what it is. You love that RNG. And then out at a minute 57, right before it ticked over to the 8 there. So Watchma, or excuse me, Swang holding on to another lead here in the second game as Watchma now down to 12 viruses on his 14th level.
A sub 2 on any level past 10 is awesome. So 14, perhaps even more so. Swung with a huge combo setup. Great job.
My goodness. Just don't break the game, Swang. That's all we ask.
I think he might be the only player to have done so during a speedrun tournament thus far.
If you clear, I believe it's 13 or 14 viruses in succession in a combo, it can break the game. So you've got to be careful. with how you place things, because if you break the game, then you just gotta start over. Um, 40
Some,
viruses here. It
yeah.
looked like Watchmuh out at about a 245.
Yeah, sometimes it's when you clear 13 or 14 viruses. Sometimes it's when you drop a combo such that you get maybe 4 or 5 simultaneous clears. It kind of varies. If you have, and if that ever actually happens to you one day, you can grab the second player controller and start mashing buttons and see if that unlocks everything for you.
And also congratulate yourself, because it's very, very difficult to drop a combo
Yes,
that big.
absolutely.
It looks like Watchma has caught up here. He's within about 11 viruses. Swang looked like he was starting to run away with it, but he got a little bit handcuffed by some rough RNG. He is now really starting to take it on the attack again, as he is going to drill down a little bit to set up another double blue down to 21. Now starting to or run away with this potentially, as we are about to hit the 4-minute mark. 17, there's now 16 to go for Swang, 33 to go for Watchma.
It's like Swang's got the fat log set up on the bottom of his board, just waiting for a red yellow to trigger that. And while he's doing that, he's going to set up the blue horizontal clear as well while he's waiting for that piece.
And 4 viruses to go here, and this double red that's the right play. Get the virus off the board. You just need 1 red pill fragment. And where's it coming? Where is it? Swang hoping, praying for red, usually the most frequent color given in the game, and not getting it for almost 24 pieces. He's out at a 438, and that's all you could do. You kind of just have to smile, wave your hand, and move on. And that's
That's
what we're
it.
seeing from Swang. He's going to get 5 viruses quickly off the board here, as Watchma is still working on finishing up his level 15, just needing a little bit of help from some reds here. And there is that. And now he just needs a blue. Nice drop on that garbage, out at 5 flat. It is 53 on Swang side, 68. It's a 15 virus advantage here for the 4 seed Swang, as we now get into 16, the penultimate level in this second game.
Yeah, earlier on, Swang had himself a little situation where he set up a huge T clear on the right-hand side of his board. He's playing medium speed, so it was much easier to tap the pill over as far enough to get the clear. On high speed, that's a much more precarious situation.
Anyways, taking a look over here, our chat is lighting it up here. There is a world where you can never unlock the game, even doing that. Personal experience. So our players talking about them breaking the
Oh,
game. It is game breaking here for Watchma, as he's managed to get within half a dozen now. So he is now starting to threaten the 4 seed Swang here, as he's got garbage on his left, garbage on his right. Can't really make any clears, as he is down to 27, now 29, and a nice double clear to open up a little bit of breathing room. And now starting to attack the bottom section here, still sort of ignoring that situation in the top right. He gets a slanted log for his trouble along that bottom section, but Packy Swang's got to start doing something about that left side.
yes, he might kind of be playing the long game a little bit. I feel like he might be thinking about trying to horizontal those reds in row number 5, but that yellow fragment is just screaming, "No, you're not."
And maybe even setting up here for the horizontal. No, that doesn't look like it here, but it is 11 to 14, as the board health for Swang has just deteriorated. He is
Oh,
going to
that
get
that
that
that clear is definitely
double
going to
on
help, though.
4. He is down to 8, but it is 9 viruses to go for Watchman here. He is now going to take the virus lead with an incredibly clean board. He needs a red or a yellow blue. That would really be helpful. Or he can get this, the big drop. No, he's not going to do it. That might have been a mistake, but he does make up for it with another one. But these two out identically at the same time. But as the timers go, just a handful of seconds of a lead for Watchma.
The tide has shifted dramatically in this game, and now it's that dreaded top line of 17. Oh, bit of a misdrop there, but nice adjustment there by Swang.
That's a little scary when you have those misplays up top. You just kind of have to figure out what you can do. and we're seeing a good recovery here from Watchmuh. But Watchmuh on that high, or excuse me, Swang on that high speed has to be careful. He's got to mind those corners. If he takes too long on addressing those corners, he may have to just underclear. That will eat time away. We are seeing him start to chip away though, and it looks like he's a little bit more in a safe position. But again, Packy, those corners so dangerous on high speed when you hit these levels.
Yes, it only takes one misdrop to completely cut off access to a huge chunk of your board, if not top out entirely. So some good quick thinking by Swang keeps him alive, and with a 6 virus lead at that.
And a nice cross drop there from Watchmuh. He has lost a bit of the lead here. It is 34-42 as Swang now starting to get some little tuck clears, doing some fancy stuff here, trying to just keep a lead over our 10th seed Watchmuh here and go up 2-0. I'm really liking this board so far, Packy, as great placement of that yellow-red, getting the horizontal and now setting up in the middle.
Yeah, Watchma has a pretty good setup here. It looks like he's just gonna go ahead and attack column 8 however he can, and collapse the spire a little bit.
A big red surge would be super helpful for Watchma, and it may be coming.
Here's
There's the
one.
double red.
Oh, but the next one is not double red. But the next one is double red, and that's gonna get him a T clear.
And now a surge of double reds, a little mini surge. Sometimes you will get swamped with double reds. I won't talk too much about it as Packy's contractually obligated for me to not talk about it when he's in the booth.
Oh, it's okay. We can talk about it.
18 to 10 here now, 14 to 10 here as we get into the end game of both these players' stages. The board health a lot more favorable for Swang. Ooh, and that might have been a misplay over on Watchman's side, Packy.
Yeah, that's going to be a critical mistake. And right now, with only 3 viruses left, Swang is just about finished with this level.
And he's just going to need one of each. He's going to get one of each. He's out at a 10:04. So Swang with another statement win there. And Packy Watchma kept that close and at one point took the lead, but wasn't able to capitalize.
Yeah, that one misdrop might have cost him, but it was probably also the fact that he was probably looking for some specific pills to preserve the horizontal setups on the on the bottom right corner, and he probably just wasn't getting quite what he needed.
And Swang definitely showing off the winter collection here, even though it's Northern California and it's not that cold. Just put on a hoodie, Swang. But I say that from the cold, barren place of Oregon here. And I don't know what Watchman's doing. Maybe breaking in that D-pad a little bit, but yeah, put on a DrMC hoodie. I ordered a DrMC hoodie from our shop here, which you can get 10% off by using the code Ohio. Thanks for the $5, Bidwell. We're waiting on readies for our players here. Cheap plug. I mean, it's the livelihood. It's for our livelihoods here. So, and then once again, if you could be watching my personal channel, JP Henry XIV live as I'm calling these matches, you can see my reactions and me attempt to stay awake as I've been running on minimal sleep here. I've been streaming for 38 hours over this weekend so far. 3, 2, 1 pills, and all your.
To be fair, you still do a great job with minimal sleep.
Yeah, hey, I called the DrMC on 1 hour sleep. We can do
That's
it here.
Right.
55, 57 as we start here. Not a lot of red on to see on Swang's top line as he is now starting to maneuver the middle of that board. Meanwhile, Watchma has, once he can dig down, I'm really liking, there's just a streak of 5 double verticals that he can nail no problem. If you take a look at rows 5 and 6 on Watchman's board on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, seeing a lot of double opportunities as soon as he can drill down to them. It's just a matter of getting there at this point, and right now he's not quite there, but he's going to be there pretty soon. Not a lot of yellow to work with right now, though.
Swung with that board vision. He's just so great at making these limited space combos. It's something we saw Dimwit really be the pioneer of these just blink and you miss it combos. And it seems that Swang has, stepped those up even a little bit more. And you're seeing him take off 7, 8 viruses in a combo sometimes, which is just absolute brilliant efficiency. Something any of our player base would dream to have. 26 to 28 here as these players now neck and neck, but Swang again, just those small combos to try to chip away at his opponent here. But the virus lead, oh, it did swap. It was Watchmuh. Now it's back to Swang. You're 90 seconds in. This is a heck of a match, Packy.
Absolutely. A lot of blue viruses to worry about right now for Watchmuh, but right now he's getting just what he needs to clear it all out. Setting up for that blue horizontal on row 4. Looks like that yellow-red right there is going to cover it up only momentarily, so now he can set up an L clear, which will just set up everything underneath it just beautifully.
And Swang, I also see has something set up here. The double blue is the play there, and now setting up clears just about everywhere here. The only thing he's going to have trouble with is non-existent because he just cleared the blue out, accessing that yellow in 4, and now it's just a matter of getting a red. But meanwhile, Watchma now down to just needing 2 fragments of his own. Swung out at a 230. Watchmuh out at a 229. These players neck and neck going into 15 in this third game.
A lot of big lack of red access for Swang early on in this level 15. We'll see how he handles it. He's setting up the horizontal in row number 9.
And a good horizontal by Swang. He's just making these 1-pill clears, a whole bunch of doubles on the board of Swang if he wants them. It's just a matter of drilling down. It looks like he's handcuffed himself a little bit over on that right side, maybe forcing now a double blue or any sort of blue horizontal here to drop down a combo and get things going. And you do see him starting to build it.
Yep. And this is exactly what he needs, an L into a double clear.
And suddenly it's a double-digit lead. Watchma playing a bit of a split top board, not really relevant as far as that top yellow goes. He could leave that behind at this point, clear that out last, and eliminate a ton of drop time in his end game. It'll really be dependent on RNG. Meanwhile, here comes Swang with another big combo. I think he's waiting for this exact pill. There's 3.
Oh,
There's
wow.
7 viruses off the board for Swang. Amazing combo. And again, it's just you dream to have those combo sequences come your way. And Swang just absolutely fearless in building them. He's down to 17, but Watchma again keeping stride here. He's going to drill down. He's going to get 3 off the board. It is just a 5 virus game. Both these players playing phenomenally as we've crossed the 4-minute mark here in this third game, Packy.
Oh, nice drop T by Swang there. That was awesome.
And a big combo as well for Watchman. He's down to 13, but as it stands right here, it looks like it is going to be a little bit of forced garbage clearing for Swang,
Yep,
but
but
he
this
is
will
going
do
to
it though.
combo this down and just needing 3 blues.
Yeah, it probably didn't really cost him any time because all the while he was not getting any blue pills anyway. So it's not like he could have cleared that virus while he was trying to get that combo off. And a nice little lotus clear high up on his board to, oh, and that's just great timing on the double red.
And it's going to be a 507 out of 15. But Swang again starting to pull away here, looking to force a sweep as he is currently holding on to a lead of 7 viruses, but that lead continues to build. Although Packy, I'm starting to see not a lot of yellow on this top line for Swang.
Yeah, very little yellow to work with. And yellow is one of the more common colors. This T clear is gonna, oh, the double T.
Swang needing
Wow.
that caffeine spike, getting the double T, and he is at 36. 14 viruses ahead of Watchma. Watchma has a bit of a spire. He's forced to steer things around, looking for help. The double blue goes, and then a blue yellow. clearing out some more. It is 42-30 here, but Packy, I'm looking at this board on Watchmuh's side, and it is a speedrunner's delight. There are so many vertical and horizontal doubles that actually, now I'm looking, both players can really choose from.
Yeah, that was a 6 virus drop combo from Watchmuh right there. Just a great board to work with. Just so many double opportunities. It was just a matter of getting the right RNG to get it, and he got it. Nice T clear on the left-hand side of Watchmuh's board.
And we're now starting to see Swang do some work. He is down to 13 here. That's an interesting row 1 for Swang. It was all horizontally doubled. So looks like maybe he's just going to see what he can do, going for the blues, going for the reds. I think that's the right play here. And this is such a clean board right now, Packy.
Yeah, absolutely. When you have that many double opportunities, like if you just see a whole bunch of like red, yellow, blue, like all on one row, it's just a matter of you got to pick out which horizontals you want to take. Don't try to be too cute or don't try to be perfect. Just take what you can because you're not going to be able to horizontal everything.
That's absolutely true, as it is a 720. So 13 seconds margin of lead here for Swang, as he was out at 707 into this final level. Swang looking to close the door here and punch himself his second tournament win in November. Not many players can say that they've done that in DrMC. And look at this drop cross from Swang. It just, again, absolutely fearless, no matter the board elevation, with some of the things he puts down. And we're going to have a cross there into another combo by Swang. He holds on to a 9 virus lead right now. Now it's been whittled down to 8 as Watchmuh starting to be on the attack.
Now let's see how Watchmuh plays this, because right now he's got a bunch of horizontals set up. Takes the blue first and then takes... Oh, nice.
And
that
then
looked
0
awesome.
drop clear and setting up that red piece. That was a great tuck. Tuck play so important to any player's arsenal, as it is 31-43 here. Swang just continuing to chunk down this board. Little drill clears here and there, and another clear down, and he's just setting up. That's all he's doing, and he's going to get an L, dropping down, setting up more pills, and a triple horizontal for Swang. Down to 21. Watchmuh at 33. This double red, I think, is going to go into 7, getting that easy triple. Very academic play there by Watchmuh as we cross or get near the 9-minute mark. 24 viruses to go for Watchmuh, 15 for Swang. Swang up 2 games to nothing. A win here cements a November championship.
Yeah, Swang is see that setup right there where he set up the underclear. That's something I often see in John Dat Flindo's play. A nice little drop triple here it's gonna put the red out of range there, but now it looks like he's gonna play the long game a little bit here. He's gonna need a whole bunch of blue to do this, but he needs to horizontal that blue in column 1 to make this work. So he's
Absolutely,
gonna have to start building a tower really quick.
But once he does, he is going to blow that combo up. Not really going to be able to really complete the combo, but we're seeing here a sweet T. This is going to drop down. There go the reds. Ooh. There go the yellows. And he's going to have a red to set it up at a 9:59. Another sub 10 for Swang. Ladies and gentlemen, your November DrMC Speed Champion, Swang, winning his second bracket of the month. Congratulations.
Not far behind is Watchmuh, who cleared that out in about 10 minutes and 11 seconds. Had a nice little horizontal setup where he finished off the last blue virus in column 8.
And we love that. GG's Watchmuh. But Swang, our big winner,